that you wrote that caught my attention. Um, you said, let me pull it up real quick for the family. Yeah. Oh, and by the way, while I pull this up on Instagram, just a couple of announcements. If any of y'all know of any schooling, like early education schooling in the Atlanta area, let me know about it. My son, I've been doing the home tutoring thing for my son, but hold up, I'm trying to look up this Instagram. But yeah, I want my son to socialize and be around more children, so I'm just investigating these different pre-K schools in Georgia. So if any of y'all know about the you know, Cadenzi Academy, okay, all right, thanks. So I'm gonna look into that Cadenzi Academy. Yeah, any of y'all know about it? Let me know. Please let me know. Definitely. Everybody keep commenting on your look. They like the new look, Aquarius. They like the new look. They're like, that's Aquarius. They're like, that's Aquarius.
I don't usually like to look like this. I had a concert to go to. So, I was like, oh gosh, I gotta look dolled up. I didn't want to look dolled up. Sorry.
Yeah, so definitely y'all let me know, any of y'all let me know about the schooling. Let me know about the schooling. Definitely know about the schooling. Let me pull this up on the real quick so I can show you what I'm talking about. All right. The elite lodges and family are aware that none of their high-tech plans will move forward until reparations are paid. Wow, what a statement. They will instead lose billions until the debt is paid. Saturn and Pisces. Aquarius Maximus, you got some explaining. Then you wrote karmic debt is real. You got some explaining to do with this one. What does the advancement, it's like the AI wars right now with Microsoft and this one and that one. So you're telling me that they cannot move forward because it's the big shift, the technological shift, the huge technological shift that's about to happen. You're telling me that none of this can happen right now in this time until
The
there.
debt paid.
You explain that to me, please. Let me know what you mean by that.
So interestingly, the last time Pluto was in Aquarius and Saturn was in Pisces at the same time was roughly around 1788. And 1788, roughly around that time, is when they established the Treasury. The Department of Treasury was created around that time. And the very first thing that the Treasury had to do was, guess what?
What?
Pay the debt off. They had to
Mm.
pay the debt. They had to pay their debtors to places like England and everybody who financed the wars, right? The Confederacy, those who had been financing them up to that point. So they literally created the Treasury with the intense purpose of paying debt first, right? So it was like, we got to pay these people off. And then once they were able to allocate what monies were being used to pay off, then they were able to move forward with the formation, with the true formation of the United States and all of that. Another interesting fact is the very first reparations case was filed in what was it, 1783, right? And that's when Pluto was in Aquarius. And it was filed by a black woman. She was Ghanaian. She was a black slave. She was kidnapped from Ghana, and her name was Belinda Royal, or Belinda Sutton. And she actually wrote a petition for repayment for her being kidnapped and held in slavery. So that was the very, very first instance of a declaration of reparations. She did win. She actually won her petition when Saturn went into Pisces. So when Saturn went into Pisces, John Hancock signed the decree. It was approved by John Hancock, and this is cited as one of the first reparation cases. So she was to be paid, I forget, like a yearly, some yearly pounds and some pension payments for being a slave.
Mhm.
So this happened again when Saturn was in Pisces and Pluto was in Aquarius, right? And what was so key about this is she made a petition. So if you know anything about Saturn, Saturn is about not just declaring things with your mouth, it's about putting things on paper. So it's about codifying it and on paper, making it real, right? So this is like a spell. So you know the witches write stuff on paper. It's called a petition, right? So when you write it on paper, you are really evoking Saturn to come into this situation and enact this karma, whether this karma is on another person, on other people, or, and in this case, this was on the dead. So now, fast forward to Pluto's in Aquarius now, and Saturn is in Pisces. I've been talking about this time for a long time. I said they're going to have to pay reparations now, right? The card of karmic debt is the Six of Diamonds. And if you look at my app, I have the Six of Diamonds listed there and it says karmic debt, right? That's about repayment. And people have to know about the science of karmic debt and repayment. When you owe with the Six of Diamonds, what it will do is it will slow down everything. Everything that you're trying to do, nothing will solidify. Everything will drag on until you pay that debt. You know what I mean? And this is, the elite are not exclusive. They're not out of this. They have to pay those debts as well. So when they're enacting their plan and they're seeing, instead of their plans moving forward like crypto, like the metaverse, Zuckerberg is doing very bad right now with the metaverse.
So that's that Saturnian energy fucking with Mark Zuckerberg.
Right, exactly. So he's losing billions, he's losing his investors, he's losing developers, he's losing all of these things. And he's getting a really bad rap when it comes to the metaverse. And so, he's in that karmic repayment bubble as well. And what people don't understand is that Black people, whoever, melanin people of color, the common people, they play a huge role in something becoming viral, right?
Yes.
Without them, trends wouldn't happen. You wouldn't have social media. You wouldn't have any of these things, right? So the elite rely on us to carry this information to make these things mainstream. We're the bringers of mainstream, right? So when we're in this situation, now we've come into the realization that we're owed money. We're speaking up about reparations more than we ever did. Now that's a key thing when it comes to collecting your debt. You know what I mean? You gotta know, number one, that you're owed, and then you gotta speak, and you gotta declare it, and then you gotta write it, right? So this movement has been picking up for us, right? So again, things that they need to bring mainstream, like AI, like crypto, like the metaverse, it's not happening because we're not interested right now. You know what I mean? And we're looking at it like, oh, we're starting to look now at our social capital, and we're valuing our social capital more. And because we value our social capital more, Now you got to pay more to get our attention, and you got to pay more to get us because our value is going up.
Mm-hmm.
So back during the pandemic, Saturn was in Aquarius, right? So what did they do? They gave you money then, right? And the reason that they had to give you money when Saturn was in Aquarius is because they had to repay you quickly for infecting you. You know what I mean?
Wait.
So,
I don't want the video to get flagged now. Watch it now. You know what I'm talking about.
but yes, but they had to pay you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They had to pay everybody for getting sick. That's a quick way to have to repay a debt. You know what I mean? So they gave people, all of this unlimited unemployment. They gave people the PPP, the EIDL. They gave you all of these different payments during that time because they knew that they had to pay, right? But that wasn't enough. That's not enough to satisfy the debt that's owed to the descendants of the people who were captured and bought into and put into bondage into different places. It's not enough. So now they're having to deal with that.
When you said that that's not enough, I was, my next question was going to be, when you talk about reparations, the topic has been around for a while, but it's gained a lot of momentum since about 2019 or something like that. And the most controversial form of reparations is that I seen people go crazy talking about it. Is Black people in America. When the topic of reparations come up with Blacks in America, I've seen brothers I know